Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today we're making profiteroles. Now this is a delicious blend of an airy choux pastry filled with a cream and drizzled over with a chocolate ganache syrup. You're in for a real treat with this classic French dessert. And so, let's get started.
All right, let's dive right into this recipe. We're gonna preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 204 degrees Celsius. And you also wanna line 2 large baking sheets with parchment paper. In a medium-sized sauce pot, you wanna add in 1 cup's worth of water, half a cup's worth of unsalted butter that's been chopped, a 1/4 cup of granulated white sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Setting this over medium heat or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius. You want to keep mixing these until the pot reaches a rolling boil. And once it's boiling, you want to reduce the heat to medium-low, and you want to add in 1 cup's worth of all-purpose flour. You want to quickly stir this until the mix sticks together and pulls away from the sides of the pot. At this stage, you want to remove the pot from the heat and continue to stir the batter for about 1 to 2 minutes to slightly cool it. Now we're going to add in 4 large eggs, one at a time, mixing the egg in completely before adding the next. The resulting batter is going to be our choux pastry batter. You want to transfer this batter to a large piping bag fitted with an open tip, or you can add it to a large Ziploc bag and cut off an end and it'll achieve the same result. We're going to pipe 2 to 3 inch wide by 1 to 1.5 inch tall dollops that are spaced about 1.5 inches apart onto the prepared parchment paper lined baking sheets. You want to gently press down any peaks that form from piping the batter. You want to transfer this to your oven in the center rack and bake these for 20 to 25 minutes or until the pastry becomes golden brown and dry with some cracks showing. You want to turn the oven off and remove the pastries on the tray and use a sharp paring knife to create a small prick on the side. Now return these to the oven while it's still hot, but it's turned off. You want to crack the oven open and allow the pastries to dry in the oven for another 10 minutes. The small prick allows the steam within it to escape while they dry, so you get crispy surfaced choux pastries. After that 10 minutes is up, you want to remove them from the oven and allow them to cool completely. Now we want to prepare our ganache, and this you want to do shortly before serving your profiterole. You want to place chopped chocolate into a heat-proof bowl. For this recipe, you're going to need about 6 ounces worth of semi-sweet or German chocolate. And separately in a small saucepan, you want to heat 3/4 cups worth of heavy cream until it just begins to steam, stirring it often. And once it's hot, you want to pour the heavy cream into the bowl with the chocolate and then cover this with aluminum foil. Allow the ingredients to rest for 5 minutes before taking the aluminum off and whisking them together until they become smooth. This creates our ganache, and you want to set this aside to cool slightly while we assemble the profiteroles. Now onto assembling, you want to place a scoop of ice cream, I prefer vanilla, on these onto one profiterole. You want to top it with another to create a sandwich, and then drizzle on the warm ganache. You want to repeat this process with all the remaining pastries. This will create enough for 8 to 9 servings. Congrats, you've made one amazing French dessert right at home. For a variation on this dish, you can try drizzling them with a warm caramel sauce before serving them as well. But when you do try this at home, be sure to tag me at Chef Vic Cuisine or hashtag Chef Vic Cuisine so I can see your great takes on this dish.
As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 5, Mastering Your Inner Chef. And that's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in my description box. And feel free to click the pop-up on your screen for more information on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make these profiteroles, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button for me. It's one of the best ways to show support for the channel. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you click that subscribe button too, so you don't miss another recipe. And feel free to share this with all your family and friends.
And stay tuned for next week where I show you an awesome go-to for breakfast, my omelet muffins. They're really easy to make and they're a great meal prep option. Well, thanks again for watching. I truly do appreciate it. You can always check out my videos on my page now. YouTube thinks you'll like these videos, so let's see if they're right. And I'll catch you next time on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.